UBI is a concept that's supported all across the spectrum. Everybody supports UBI, Universal Basic Income. Let's find Milton Friedman, right? The right-wing economist Milton Friedman, he's in favor of UBI, Universal Basic Income. And so is F.A. Hayek, MLK. He got 1,000 economists and over 125 universities. They wrote a letter to Nixon, and in 1970, Nixon actually got the House to pass a universal basic income bill. So liberal Nixon, the last liberal president we ever had, and he said that the point of UBI, he said that the point of UBI was to build a foundation under the income of every American family. So the Senate Democrats killed it because they wanted too much money. So Nixon wanted a bill, got the House to pass a bill to pass out money to the American people, and the Democrats were like, no, I wanted to know specifically how much they were asking for, because all this information is on Andrew Yang's website. Now, Andrew Yang is the only candidate in the Democratic primary that I would even consider voting for. Andrew Yang is running on a single issue, mostly just this UBI thing. Tulsi Gabbard is my girl, but the reason why I look at Andrew Yang, he only has one issue, and it's such a powerful fucking issue that if you were to give me UBI, I would be okay with cutting most of the social programs. The reason why I support a lot of social programs is because people don't have a chance out here. The poor people, poor kids, homeless people, even the working man don't have a chance, working paycheck to paycheck. So universal basic income, what they propose to do is to give every single American $1,000 per month. Andrew Yang calls it the freedom dividend. Thomas Paine said that cash payments is the natural-born citizenry's natural inheritance. Of course we should get fucking money that our government takes from us. How are we not getting our money back? At the very least, right? If there is no government, then we should just get our money back. So that's $12,000 a year for everybody over 18 years of age. So Andrew Yang is proposing the freedom dividend, $1,000 per month, $12,000 a year for everybody over 18 years of age. He wants to consolidate some welfare programs. He says that we spend $5 to $6 billion a year on welfare, food stamps, disability, etc. So he's saying that we could trim that off and cut it out. So this is essentially what I'm thinking. Social Security for everybody. So everybody gets a paycheck. Everybody's guaranteed income. Everybody's guaranteed life. So when everybody gets the universal basic income, now I look at the poor man and the working class and the homeless, and I say, you're living on the street and you're still addicted to drugs and you're still a petty criminal, low-life piece of shit. What the fuck? What did you do with your check? I don't feel sorry for them anymore, because now they got a chance. Now they got a chance. Andrew Yang also suggests implementing a value-added tax, a VAT of 10%. So I can't tell if he's liberal or conservative, because he wants to, go after the welfare programs, but he's also saying he wants to go after growth too. So growth, we're going to tax growth. If you want to grow and get bigger, we're going to tax it. Interesting. So current welfare recipients have a choice for keeping their benefits or taking the $1,000 cash per month, but not the both. So they'll have a choice. You want to keep, so you're not just going to pull the rug out from anybody. If you're receiving the benefits, either take those benefits or take the $1,000 cash per month. $1,000 per month. This would help everybody out. Alaska gives all their citizens $3,000 to $6,000 per year. And I'm sure that helps. And they do that so the oil and gas companies can rape the shit out of their public lands. So 160 out of 193 countries have a VAT tax. A VAT tax is a tax on production of goods and services a business produces. It helps make sure corporations pay their fair share. The VAT tax, like I said, is 160. It's in 160 of 193 countries. 20% average is the VAT tax in Europe. A VAT tax would generate $800 billion in new revenue. And if you divided $800 billion up by 329 million, does that add up right? Is his math right on that? Someone check that. Roger Stone, you check that out. No, not. I don't know. So VAT tax, okay? VAT is more important because you can't get income taxes from robots and mechanization. So as we become more of a society that, we're losing a lot of these factory jobs because we're getting better technology, we're advancing, we're getting, so we spend over $1 trillion on healthcare, incarceration, homelessness. Do we spend that much money on homelessness? Because I'm pretty sure we could solve homelessness for $5 billion. They need a home. You can build homes for $10,000 a piece, build it on public lands, which we own anyways. Bam, $5 billion, homelessness, so $1 trillion. And he says, health care? No, he didn't. Do we spend that much money? Health care? HC, what else could HC be? So he's sitting there criticizing health care, incarceration, that's good, homelessness. Oh, we shouldn't, this is going to be to spend for homelessness. I guess that actually does make sense. So instead of having a homelessness program, we're going to have universal basic income. Every homeless person is going to get $12,000. Giving them a $12,000 check is way better than forcing them to go to some stupid nonprofit that yell at them and treat them like shit. They don't care about their life. They're just a cog in the fucking machine. And then the overall economic impact will be great because every dollar you give to a poor person results in $7 in cost savings and economic growth. The World Bank has just proven that folks will buy nothing but drugs and alcohol. Manitoba, Canada, Minicum, Namibia, Kenya, all these countries had tried something like this. He said he studied 100. He said he read every paper, and there's been exactly 152 papers that was written on this subject. So Nixon was for this, Martin Luther King, Milton Friedman, F.A. Hayek, Thomas Paine, Noam Chomsky, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Richard Branson, Bill Gross, Elon Musk. Elon Musk actually, he says he doesn't wish it, but he thinks it's inevitable. So it's going to come here anyways. So you people that are like, sometimes you ever talk to a dumb person? You ever just talk to a fucking moron? And, okay, let me give you an example, okay? So in Pueblo City, if you are raising dandelions in your yard, you're a fucking criminal. And, say what you want, but those cops, they go ahead and, they go after other petty things. So their petty things are more important than what's the difference? The law is a fucking law. You can't have dandelions on your damn yard. Now, if I had a choice between, poison ivy and poison oak and poison sumac, my neighbor having all that and a bunch of dandelions, I would rather have the dandelions. But guess what Pueblo City does? It's legal to go ahead and have poison ivy. You just can't have dandelions, you can't have sunflowers, because they want to murder everything that's beautiful and good there. And so, what's my point? I had a good point. It's inevitable. So don't wish it. So when you argue with a dumb person, and you say, you know what, I think that we should let sunflowers be legal. We need to legalize sunflowers, and they'll say, well, it's like they hear a change in their mind. Anyways, what am I trying to say? I'll finish my point. So what I'm trying to say is dumb people, they go ahead and think about, they question every word that comes out of your fucking mouth because that makes them smart. If they contradict every fucking thing you say, they don't make them smart. But they're just contradicting fucking assholes. They don't know what the fuck is going on, but you presented the idea to them. So, a lot of times, politicians, the best way to get shit done, don't tell any of the people what you're doing. Just go, pass the fucking law, sign it. Don't let anybody know this is the law of the land now because, I did all these things. You weren't paying attention, well, say la fucking V. And so, a lot of times, I feel like I'm hurting my own case by speaking out about the things that I believe in. Elon Musk, Bernie Sanders, Barack Obama said, we're going to talk about it. Mark Zuckerberg says everybody would get a cushion to try new ideas. So, you know, Robert Reich is for it, Richard Branson, Bill Gross, Elon Musk says it's inevitable, to Nehisi Coates, Noam Chomsky, MLK, Milton Friedman, F.A. Hayek, Thomas Paine. It's a lot of fucking people. Left, right, you know, MLK and Milton Friedman. MLK in 1967, he said that the simplest approach is probably the most effective approach. People don't have money, so give them some fucking money. And if you give me UBI, like I said, I'd be willing to cut out most social programs. Because if you got $12,000, Jesus fucking Christ, if I had $12,000, I'd be a fucking millionaire. $12,000, god damn, I would have a chance. More of a chance. It didn't have to be this goddamn hard. It'd be amazing. $12,000, you could start your own business. You know, we actually need to be innovative. We're capitalist, right? So if we're not coming up with new ideas and we're losing in science and math and engineering, we're going to fucking lose in the rest of the world. We don't even know how to educate ourselves because we're such fucking assholes. We don't want our fellow humans to be educated because that's competitors. Dog-eat-dog capitalism, right? We don't want universal health care because fuck that guy down the road. He's got a fucking flu? Well, who gives a shit? Dog-eat-dog capitalism. So, I guess that's sort of actually where liberals and conservatives are. So, in general, I'm for social spending, paying my fair share of taxes if we're getting the things that we need. But I don't know if we're getting the things that we need. So, you give me a UBI check if you're giving me fucking $1,000 in my pocket and then you would probably establish some kind of bank. I would go to a government bank. A central bank is not a bad idea. Going to these private banks? Oh, so a bunch of rich fuckers control shit instead of the government, which I vote for. So a bunch of rich, selfish, greedy fucks, they're going to help me out? Why are they going to help me out? Oh, yeah, so they could charge me fucking 18% interest? So, yeah, America, vote for Andrew Yang and support UBI. Peace.